Hello everyone, Ollie here from 𝕆𝕧𝕗𝕘 Cinema, and I'm here with 𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕚.
It's a me, ℕ𝕚𝕚𝕚.
If you couldn't tell by 𝕚𝕚𝕚's impression right there, the amazing, legendary impression.
It's a me, a Mario.
We are watching the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Now, if you haven't seen recently on the channel, I did review myself the 1993 Super Mario Bros. Film, and also the 2023, well, re-reviewed the 2023 animated Mario film, which I did review back when it came out earlier on in the channel, very early on in the channel. But if you're really curious on hearing my full in-depth thoughts on both those films, then go check them out. But I'll probably give like a full overview in my before thoughts for this film. But yeah, the Super Mario Galaxy movie, I think I'm going to go first for my full thoughts, and then 𝕚𝕚𝕚's going to go next. Then obviously we're going to go in, watch the film as always, and then come out and share our afterthoughts. So yeah, pass it on to me, I guess. Okay, so my before thoughts on the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Now, I have played the two Mario Galaxy games, and they were like the staple of my childhood growing up, because we were a Mario family growing up, and we had a bunch of Mario games we played, like Mario Kart Wii, because we had the Wii growing up, and we loved Mario Kart as a family. Obviously, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, classic 2D platform Mario game, and then obviously 3D Mario. I think Galaxy was the first 3D Mario games that I have been introduced to. I played the second one first because my parents gave me the second one first, and then bought me the first Galaxy game. So I have a slight bit more nostalgia on the second game, and I would say I preferred the second game more as a child. But now growing up and having just replayed the Switch remaster, I do prefer the first game now. But they're both masterpieces in their own right anyway, in my opinion. So great games. And when Illumination Universal or whatever announced that the sequel to the 2023 film was going to be Galaxy, I was like, hell yes, hells to the elves. So yeah, I saw a few advertisements for this film, like a couple of trailers. I tried to limit myself as much as I could, but I had to see something. But I saw like a trailer and like a TV spot or something, and it looks great. Of course, now the film's come out and all the critics are shitting on it, and one which I will have to mention, which says apparently, I cannot believe they said this, but apparently they're saying it's worse than AI itself. I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you? It's a professional critic from The Guardian, the newspaper, and this guy said that not AI itself, which would be even more crazier, but AI film. I'm like, I watched the stuff and it looks, I mean, I haven't seen the film yet, and until we see the film and confirm if it looks AI or not, but from the footage that I've seen, it looks bloody amazing, like animation wise, because I said in the review for the 2023 film that this film is probably the best Illumination film, the best looking Illumination film that they've done, like beautiful and everything. And someone had the balls to say that, some professional old ass critic. I mean, sure mate, I mean, until I see it, I can't really say properly, but it does baffle me that someone said that, but we'll see. Yeah, by the way, Dusty has actually watched this film, obviously the other member of 𝕆𝕧𝕗𝕘 Cinema, for people that are new here. He went to go watch it with his brother, who he had watched with the first one with, so it's going to be us two watching the new film. But yeah, I'm very curious to see what 𝕚𝕚𝕚 has to think of this film, and obviously the previous first film. But yeah, I had fun with the first film. I mean, sure, it has its flaws, but it's fun. And I'm hoping it's going to be the same for this one as well, which, the fun stuff, hopefully there's not going to be many flaws, but we'll see. So, yeah, I'm just hoping to have a good time. Seeing the new characters is great. Bowser Jr., Rosalina, Birdo as well is in there. Obviously Yoshi, of course, that's the main one. And yeah, amongst others. And there's other appearances which they've already advertised for some fucking reason. I don't know how much you know, but we'll see. But yeah, that's kind of my before thoughts to myself. So I just hope it's good, and I hope I have a good time, which I'm hoping I will. So yeah, I think that's it. So I'm going to pass on to 𝕚𝕚𝕚.
Okay, my knowledge of the Mario games, I've only played on a Nintendo DS. That's the only Mario games I've ever played. I can't really remember which Mario game it was exactly. I don't remember. I mean, it's a really long time since I played a Mario game, so forgive me on that. Other than that, I've never played any Mario games before. I never saw the 1993 one. Did you say it was? I've never seen that. I don't think I wanted to. You look disappointed.
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay. But I did see the Illumination Mario movie. I don't like Illumination movies except Despicable Me, the first one, because of the quality of storytelling. Like, I understand the animation's good and all that. I don't like Illumination movies because of their storytelling. I do think that it's cheap. I do think that it's lazy. But the animation is probably the most positive thing I can say about Illumination. Because obviously they make $1 billion per movie somehow. Now, when I found out that they were making the Mario movie, I was a bit skeptic to it at first. But then after watching the movie, I thought it was alright. I thought it was fun, but I don't think it functions. But I found the film funny. I thought it was fun, but I just didn't think it functioned that well for me personally.
Can you quickly elaborate on why you didn't think it functioned for you?
I think some parts of the story didn't connect so much. The pacing felt a bit too quick. They established things in certain films that I feel like should have stuck to instead of just promising us this and then breaking it. I do like how fun it is. That's all I'll elaborate on. I know it sounds blunt. I know I'm sounding abrupt, but that's just how I'm feeling. Now, when I found out that they were going to make a second one, Mario Galaxy, which is based on the Galaxy games, I was a bit surprised, though not surprised at the same time, because obviously the first one made $1 billion, as Illumination tends to do. I did watch Shay Frillis's review of Mario Galaxy, and because he knows about the game more than I do. He's a YouTuber online, in case you didn't know. And I was a bit surprised at what he has to say. I'm not going to say what he had to say, because obviously that would involve spoilers.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah, I'm not going to spoil anyone, but I was a bit surprised at what he has to say. Now, I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out myself.
If you can remember what he said, please let us know when we come out, because I'm curious to what he did say. But yeah,
alright. I'm going to find out that what he said is true. I'm just hoping to have a fun time, as I did with the previous one, but I don't doubt that this is going to be like an absolute masterpiece or exactly accurate to the games. And when when you did bring up that mention of a critic comparing this to being worse than the AI, I just felt dumbfounded. Because there are more and more people going to be like that. They're just going to shit on a film for no reason, without getting any proper critique on the film. I don't have a lot to say about this film, other than that I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to get out the house for once. That's all I got to say. Yeah. Roll the preview.
Alright, we are out. God, of course it's now all of a sudden all windy now, that's annoying. And an aeroplane going off. But yeah, we are out of the film. We stayed till the post-credit scene, I'm glad we did. Although, I'll be honest, I already knew what the post-credit scene was last night. Thanks, internet, for fucking up my experience. I mean, it wasn't too bad. I mean, it is what it is. But it's still annoying that fucking people online like to spoil things for people. But anyway. So yeah, what are my thoughts on the Super Mario Galaxy movie? I had a lot of fun. As expected, I had a really good time. Honestly, I'm going to say right away, I think I preferred this over the first one, to be fair. There was more to it. which is what I actually wanted. That I wanted from this film, that there wasn't that much of the first film. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a film that has a grand story. It's not like the best, but there's more to it, is what I'm saying, which to me makes it a little bit better than the first one. Still fun, still has that charm. Yeah, I mean, I'll just go straight into the positives, I guess. I mean, I think I love the kind of like the world building a little bit more. There's obviously it's a galaxy, so they're traveling throughout the entire space galaxy, whatever you want to call it. So there's a lot more planets involved. Some of the set designs are great. The animation, let's get that out of the way. Obviously, no AI involved by the looks of it. I mean, unless I missed something, but obviously I wasn't looking out for AI. I was just looking at a spectacle, great looking film. And I mean, until I hear what ℕ𝕣𝕚𝕚 has to say about the animation and see if he's noticed anything. But I personally didn't notice anything bad about it. Nothing like, that was very AI suspicious. But I think it looked fantastic. It looked probably better than the first one, to be fair. Like, I think they just step up their game, Illumination, with their animation. Like, they make it way better than the previous film that they've done, and I think they did it with this. So animation's great. Oh, the music, the score, something that I do appreciate. I mean, there's maybe like one, maybe two. Actually, I'll get to that. Actually, no, there isn't any really, but the licensed music, which I complained about in the first film, there was a lot of pre-existing music that they added in for like pop culture stuff, and I don't usually like that, especially in animated films, especially the Mario film. It's like, it just doesn't fit. Whereas in this, they really turned down on the licensed music, which I appreciate, because that was one of my main complaints of the first film. And I'm glad that they toned it down with that. I can't actually remember one. There might have been like one or two, I think. But that's good. So they obviously, the music, the score, the music that was made for the film was very good. So obviously you can notice a lot of Galaxy songs in there, or Galaxy tracks from certain parts of the games. Some Odyssey as well, which is interesting. I mean, obviously it's a Mario Galaxy film, not a Super Mario Odyssey film, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But the music is fantastic, just as good as the first one. The characters, obviously Mario and Luigi, I'm so glad that they're back together and not separated like in the first film, where Luigi gets captured throughout the majority of the film, and it's Mario and Peach that go and save him basically. And obviously, he's saved, and they're together at the beginning of the film and then at the end of the film. Whereas in this, they're pretty much together almost throughout the whole film, which is great, and I love that brotherhood of them together. So that's another good positive. What else is there? Obviously Peach, obviously she's back. Obviously there's more to her. You see her backstory and you learn who she is. Another thing that I got spoiled by, that obviously, spoiler alert for those that are watching, I'd skip past this bit, but Peach and Rosalina, obviously the new character that's brought into this from Galaxy, they are sisters, which again, I found that out last night. That, and also the post-credit scene, which we'll get to in a little bit. But yeah, I mean, there's not much of them together apart from like the very end of the film. I guess that's kind of spoilerific, but I'm not going to get into too much detail. But they do reconnect, and it's nice to see them reconnect at the end, and hear the backstory and how it connects from the first film, because we see some footage from the first film that they interjected to help connect what really happened with Peach, because obviously the Toads found them, and that's why now she is the princess of the Mushroom Kingdom. So all that kind of storyline was pretty cool. And then obviously with Bowser and Bowser Jr., their reconnection with as father and son, that storyline is also quite cool as well. What is there? Some great little nods to certain references and everything. Like the references themselves are also as good as the first one. Like so much more, like of the like the enemies and the hostile mobs and all the hostile characters and the passive mobs. It's not fucking Minecraft. The hostile characters, I guess you could say, so the bad ones and then the good ones as well. Like again, a lot from Galaxy and a lot from other Mario games as well. Like again, Odyssey. So that's cool. I mean, I can say this one because Obviously they advertised it. I still don't know why they advertised it, but Star Fox, again, I keep forgetting his actual name, but the main Fox guy from Star Fox. I never played Star Fox growing up, but obviously I knew the character from Smash Bros, the Wii U one in particular. And yeah, it was cool to see him. Obviously it's voiced by Glenn Powell, who some of you may know from well, he was in Twisters, the sequel to Twister. He was in the Running Man, like the man right here. The Running Man, the Edgar Wright Running Man film, the new one. He was also in, he just had a new film come out recently as well, How to Make a Killing, I think it's called, but I haven't seen that yet. But yeah, he voices Star Fox, the main character, something McCloud. I've forgotten his actual first name, but there you go, Fox McCloud. I don't know. But yeah, it was cool to see him. Some non-other Nintendo characters show up, and then someone at the very end as well. Actually, I'll quickly say it right now, so spoiler ahead, 3, 2, 1. Daisy shows up, which is the other. So there was two things that I knew coming into this, which was Daisy and also the fact that Peach and Rosalina were sisters, which is really annoying, but it is what it is. You know, I still enjoyed the film nonetheless of that happening, spoiling for me. But yeah, a lot of great stuff. The fight sequences are great. Yeah, some of the humour was alright for me. You know, it was alright. Again, story-wise, it was a little bit more broadened in a way. I mean, again, it's not like the biggest thing ever, but it was enough for me to enjoy it more than the first one. Ooh, what else? Let's see. I'll have to see if there's any more positives come up, but I guess my mixed... I guess I would have liked to have seen more of Peach and Rosalina, like near the end maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just being a bit too picky. I'm just trying to think of everything I can for mixed negatives now. Surprisingly not that many. I mean, what were the ones I was thinking of? There was, I think I don't know if it's a mixed or negative, maybe mixed negative I'll say, is the, again, the amount of Odyssey references, which is, again, one of the later Mario films that came out after Galaxy, for people that don't know. Again, there was a kingdom from Odyssey, like at the beginning when they found Yoshi. Again, I can say that because of the advertisement. Like the upside down triangle thing where they went into to find the warp pipe where Yoshi was from. And then obviously, like, you had the Maraca guys, again, from the same kingdom. Like, I mean, I guess it's a mix, really. Like, it's not the end of the world for me. It's great. It's still Mario related, so it's fine. But it's just that I can't help notice that there were quite a lot of Odyssey references, and they could have made room for more Galaxy, because it is the Super Mario Galaxy movie for cheap sakes. So yeah, I feel like there was a negative that I had that now has slipped my mind. That's really annoying. I might have to come back to that and see if maybe Nerdy might point it out if he noticed anything that he didn't like. But overall, I had a really good time. I personally thought it was better than the first. I don't know if many people would agree with that, but I found myself to enjoy it more than the first. Yeah, so that being said, I might actually move my rating down for the first film. It was an 8 out of 10 for me, so I'm going to move it down to a 7, the first one. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. 4 star. I think it was really fun. Again, I'll try and think if there's any other mixed or negatives when Nerdtube says his. But yeah, I think there is one that I'm forgetting, but again, I'm all over the place. So yeah, 8 out of 10, 4 star for me. I'm a happy Mario fan overall. So yeah, I'm gonna pass on to Nerdtube.
Okay. Now, this film's a mixed bag for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to start with the positives because I want to get my thoughts out of the way. Now, I liked that Luigi gets a lot more time with Mario because I feel like he has a much bigger role in this movie, because I feel like the previous film, they were trying to replace Peach's role with Luigi, if I remember correctly. And I liked that Luigi got to do more with Mario because it helps to deepen their relationship and gets us to, you know, care about them a lot more. I liked Yoshi. He's adorable. He functions as a character. He doesn't need to get to do much, because if I remember correctly, that from the games, he's basically like Mario's piggyback ride, I think it is. And I feel like this film does flesh out Yoshi a bit more. And especially that flashback scene where we get to see how Yoshi like got to where he met the characters. And I felt like that they didn't need to drag it that long, which, yeah, was very good. I liked the first half of the movie. It felt steady. It didn't need to rush anything. I thought I could catch up on everything that I was doing. I liked Bowser Jr. He was fun, and I liked how he got along with his dad. It's just really fun to see just like an evil dad getting along with his evil son, which I feel like is just a realistic outcome to just see in a movie. I liked that they didn't have it, like Ollie said, that they didn't have as many pop culture songs in this. And I felt like that was really helpful, because the songs in the previous film just felt really distracting. Like in that one scene, like why didn't you just have Donkey Kong music instead of just what was that song called again?
Take on Me.
Yeah, Take on Me.
When they're all,
yeah. I felt like that the score just got itself to sprout out a bit more, which is really good. I thought they'd done a very good job with that. On with my mixed. Okay. I have very mixed feelings about this particularly, because 𝔂𝕗 Productions reviewed the film, as I mentioned earlier, and he mentioned something very interesting, that Rosalina's backstory was very different to how this movie presented it, apparently. I don't know much about it, but apparently, according to his information, they technically retconned her backstory in this film. Which, okay, now I'm starting to feel a very mixed bag. But then again, I never played the game, so I don't get to say much. I have very mixed feelings about Peach. Like in the I still have mixed feelings about her from the previous film, because I felt as though like they made her sort of flawless in a sense. Because like I didn't think Peach had as many flaws as she did. Because like obviously she was just a damsel in distress in the Mario games, I understand that. But I felt like that they just could have fleshed her out a bit more, other than just her being the sister of Rosalina in this film and the previous film. Because I felt like that she just felt perfect in a sense. She didn't have any internal conflict. She just felt like a plot device. No, not a plot device. A love interest for Mario. And just felt like that she had to push the plot further, which is kind of troubling in a sense, but she was still fun to watch, obviously. I feel like they could have another mixed for me is that I feel like that they could have just that there's a chase sequence in this film where the monkey steals Toad's bag and it leads to this casino area. I mean, like, I understood the Odyssey reference because of the song, because like I listened to the song before, and some bits just flew over my head. I feel like that they could have just said that they could have like decided to go to the casino first before they wanted to establish going to find like Star Fox and a pilot to go to this galaxy or whatever. So like instead of them going to straight to look for a pilot, I feel like that they could have just went to find someone in the underworld routes like they did in the casino scene, because they could have just found out the information first before they went to go for a pilot, because otherwise I feel like that they're just doing it to burn the runtime, which is problematic. Now, and I felt like that was just kind of almost, I don't want to say pointless, but at the same time I do. Now, I think another mixed was the other half of the film, which I felt like was just very, there was a lot going on, in a sense, for me personally. Like, again, there's the casino scene. the final battle scene, and then there's references to other games. There's just like it's flying all over my head. It's just like, who are these characters? I don't understand. Like, I understand that these films are made for fans, but geez, think about your new audiences as well. Jesus Christ, don't fill too much stuff in. Now on with my negatives. I feel as though Bowser's redemption was pointless. You didn't need to add it in. You could have just had him as the same character as he was, and it wouldn't even change anything. The redemption part just either you commit to it or you don't, and the movie just does not commit to it whatsoever. Just remove it from the film and just make Bowser just an evil bastard, okay? Stop trying to stop giving us a promise and then breaking it, okay? If you're gonna make a promise, you stick to it to the end. And you broke the promise because you promised us that Bowser was going to be redeemed in this film, and then you just broke that promise in the other half of the film. That's problematic. What else did I have? I felt like another point in the film was pointless. Come on, brain, work with me. Oh yes, back to the pointless bit. The dinosaur section. That was pointless. Because they were using that to burn the runtime. I understand that they gotta stretch this film to like an hour and 40 minutes or hour 30. But you don't need to add things in because there's so much going on. Especially with that realistic dinosaur. Like, Yoshi's a dinosaur, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't need a realistic dinosaur in that scene. You didn't need to turn Mario and Luigi into babies. What the fuck is going on? It's so pointless. You could have just cut that out of the film and it wouldn't change a thing. Anyway, I think that's all I got. Now, I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. The movie's not great for me. It's not good. It's fine. It's whatever. I gave the previous film a 7 out of 10. I'm going to give this one a 6. Now, I didn't see the post-credit scene because I was too busy having it in the lavatory, obviously. But Ollie managed to fill me in, thank God. Anyway, 6 out of 10. I think that's it for me. Back onto you, Ollie.
Alright, so one of the things that kind of popped to mind while Nerty was talking about his negatives, or mix, can't remember which one it was, but it was to do with the references, and I think yeah, something, I mean, same with the first film really, but I think there was a lot more in this though, that there was too much things for the fans. I mean, it's great for me, but someone who hasn't played Galaxy or many of the other Mario games, because you've only played like maybe a couple, haven't you?
Yeah.
Only like a couple.
On a Nintendo DS.
On a Nintendo DS. So yeah, I played a lot more then. So I've obviously noticed a lot more things. I mean, you noticed like some music cues and probably some characters maybe, but I think for general audiences, this is probably just going to be a generic animated film. So so yeah, I mean, on that end, for new audiences, it might pale. Whereas with someone who's a Mario fan like me, you're going to have a lot of fun. Whereas new people might not. Which I don't know. Maybe I should have took that into consideration. But as someone who is a Mario fan, that's kind of what it's aimed for, really. I guess it's more. These films are more aimed to fans than trying to introduce things for new audiences. I mean, obviously they introduce storylines to people, well, I guess for people that don't know. But I guess maybe there's not enough. Maybe that might be like a mixed or a negative. Maybe mixed negative for me. So yeah, that's kind of adding on to there. But yeah, I mean, again, I as a Mario fan, I'm happy. I've had fun. Yeah. Not so much for you.
It's just meh.
So yeah, that's it. I think there's not really much else to add on. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I came. I mean, are you glad you come?
Yeah, I'm glad I got at the house.
Yeah, so that's it. So thanks for watching, guys. If you've had a chance to watch the Super Mario Galaxy movie, let us know in the comments below what you thought of the film. Did you enjoy the film? Did you go in as a Mario fan? Did you not? Were you someone who was a general audience member who didn't really know much about Mario? Let us know. What would you give it out of 10 or stars or whatever? Yeah, don't know what the next review will be. I know the next big one, at least for me and Dusty, is Mortal Kombat 2. I don't know if you'll be joining us for that. But I have to have a look and see what other big releases are coming. And well, I'm watching a film tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to do a review on it, but we'll see. But in terms of for all of us, or just two of us, whatever, Mortal Kombat 2 might be the next one, but we'll see. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you, well, one of us will see us in the next video, so we'll see you then.
Sayonara.
Cheers.